Unicorns, it's Ellie, and this again is kind of another rant. Just kind of a ranty mood. Yeah. So this is when I used to work at Little Caesars. Working at Little Caesars was fine. Like, I got free food sometimes, which is free food. I love food. I love pizza. I heard that. So I worked there literally like a month, and like because of this story, I honestly think that I wasn't given a reason why I was fired, a real reason why I was fired, but I think this is the reason why. Okay, so it had been a month, but I had only been on the schedule like at the most 3 times a week. So I was only coming into work twice a week for like 3 hours. My paycheck really wasn't anything. I maybe got $50 a week. So when I went into work, I mean, I was literally the super peppy girl. I had pigtails. Every customer that came in, hi, welcome to Little Caesars. Like, that was me. Like, I was that overly excited, bubbly person. When you left the store, you're just like, I feel different. I feel like there's bubbles inside my chest. Like, that was me. So, I mean, working there was fine. Like, I didn't have really that many problems. It was just, the training was horrible. It was like, I got trained, but not enough. So I got trained on some things, and some things other people would always be doing for me, or that other people would be taking care of, and I never learn it. I just have to like force myself to learn it. I have to read the chart. I have to ask somebody, go out of my way to learn my job. So it was just one day a customer wanted chicken wings, and I hadn't ever made chicken wings before. So I asked somebody who had been there a really long time apparently. I was like, hey, can you do these chicken wings for this customer right here? I haven't done them yet. So, am I being called again? So I stand there for a little bit and I hand her the chicken wings, and let's call her Regina. So Regina kind of stares at me for like a half a second, and then she takes it, she goes, okay. She goes, makes the wings, she gives them to the customer. And was it him? I think it was another customer came in, and they had to wait. So literally there's a customer in the chair, and she didn't wait till there's no customers or like bring me to the back to say this to me. So she goes, instead of saying, hey, back there, I feel like you're kind of rude, you know, make sure when you talk to me, you kind of come a little calmly. She didn't say it like that. She said, hey, Tiara, don't you ever talk to me like that again. I was like, what? Because I know myself. I know how I talk to people. I know me. Like, I know who I am. I'm not a rude person, and I know I did not say that in a rude way. I said, hey, can you make these for me? I probably forgot to say please, but I wasn't rude about it. But she was kind of going on saying that I was being rude, how I asked her to make it for me. And she was like, don't just shove things in my face. And I was just like, okay, you're over the counter. I'm trying to make sure you can reach it by the time the words come out of my mouth. Like, I don't want to hold up this customer by saying, like, by just making it so much extra. So I was like, hey, can you make these for me? Like, I was just trying to speed up the process here. Like, So she took it, like, she got all salty about it and was like, you know, you're being rude. I was like, okay. So next thing I know, weird vibe, just weird vibe amongst everybody in the store. And it was maybe 10 people that worked there in all, like in all. So it's later that day, and another customer wants chicken wings. I still haven't made wings yet. So I ask another person, I'm just like, hey, can you make these wings for me? And I ask it so like, exactly like that. I was like, hey, can you make these wings for me? And he looks at another girl. They both like lock eyes for a second. Then he looks back at me and he looks back at me and he like just doesn't move. And then the girl, she takes the wings and she makes them for me. And I was like, oh my God, like, are you kidding me? Like, are you serious? I wasn't even rude to any person, and this rumor got around that I was being rude, asking for someone to make me chicken wings. Just got around the store, like, what the heck? Is that not the pettiest thing? Is that not the Ugh. So the next day, I was just like, I'm not having it. If someone wants wings, I'll make them myself. Even though I don't know how to do it, if I mess them up, oh well, at least I tried. I don't want to deal with people. Like, this is why I don't like people. Just, ugh. So, next thing I know, someone else asked for wings. So I go over, I read the wing chart, how to like squirt different types of sauces into the wings, make sure it's concentrated and completely like saturated in the seasoning. And so I start making the wings, and then the girl from Regina, she comes up to me and she goes, "Oh, you know how to make wings now?" I was like, "Yep." And then the guy, let's call him Mark, he looks at me like, "Oh, she knows how to make them now." And I'm just like, "Yep." So I give them to the customer, and I mean mug the crap out of both of them. I was just like, you guys didn't even, like, after the fact of me asking you to do it, you wouldn't even go, "Hey, next time, let me show you how to make it." Like, it wasn't anything nice. That was just, like, that is just so petty. Like, it was the most petty thing. I've never experienced any, just, oh, it was so petty. Like, first of all, I wasn't even being rude. I know me. I know I'm not rude to people. Like, if I'm talking to someone, if I ask for a favor, I know I'm extremely polite. That is me as a person. I know that. Maybe I forgot to say please. Maybe my tone was a little different, but I know I was polite. I didn't shove anything in her face and tell her to go do something. Like, I know I didn't do that. So then I mysteriously stopped showing up on the schedule. And the thing about that was, no one told me anything. I just stopped being on the schedule. And I was like, okay. I asked one person, I was like, "Hey, what's up with the schedule? I'm not on it." And then they're like, "Oh, well, it was kind of slow this week. Maybe we'll be on it next week." I was like, okay. So then I came back the next week, I still wasn't on the schedule, and I was like, what's going on? And then they're like, "Oh, I'm not sure. Call the manager." So I called the manager, and that day just happened to be his day off. I didn't know. I didn't really care. I was just like, "Hey, I'm not on the schedule. Can you tell me what's going on?" And he was like, "This is my day off. You don't call me on my day off." And I was just like, first of all, I have a feeling I'm not even your employee anymore. So I don't give a crap if it's your day off. I'm not even your employee anymore. I'll call you whenever I want to. Like, So I was just like, okay. And he was like, "Come in tomorrow." And I was like, okay. So I go, and he told me that it was because I didn't build up enough speed. And I do admit, I'm a slow worker, but I work slow because I don't like making mistakes. I'm kind of a perfectionist, and I'd much rather get less work done correctly than do a whole bunch of work and all of it looks like crap. Like, I'd much rather get half done and it be awesome, or at least accurate, versus all of the work done and I end up having to redo it because it doesn't look as nice. Like, that's just me. So I work slow to make sure I get it right the first time. So he was like, "You're not fast enough." And basically, I'm just not fast enough. Literally, my supervisor, the guy who's over my manager, he came in, he told me I was awesome. Like, I was literally one of the best workers. Like, I'm very strategic, very smart. I did my work. I did it as best as I could. I just wasn't fast enough, and that was the reason for firing me. I didn't get another training session. I didn't get another, like, 3 strikes you're out. It was just, I wasn't fast enough, so I got fired. I honestly think that rumor got up to him, and he was like, "Well, that's drama. She's causing drama. I'm going to fire her." And then I was like, well, that's unfair. So I sent a letter to corporate and an email saying, "Hey, I got fired unfairly. No one called me. I didn't receive a notice. I wasn't even verbally told that I was going to be released. I was mysteriously taken off the schedule without being told beforehand. I wasn't a seasonal worker, nothing like that. I didn't know that I was going to be let go, and I wasn't told." So, literally the next day, my supervisor calls me, and he's like, hey, what's going on?" And then I was like, I sent an email and a letter saying that this was unfair. And I said that I was going to take legal action if someone didn't say something back to me. I didn't want the job back. Like, I just didn't want it back. I just wanted somebody to say sorry. That was all I wanted. Or I was going to take legal action and probably own my own franchise. So he was like, hey, what's going on? I was like, hey, No one told me I was gonna get fired. I mean, I had no problem with being fired. Like, okay, let me go. But I mean, no one told me. And when I did find out, I had to go ask why. And then he was like, okay, I'll handle that in 1 second. Not even an hour later, my old manager calls me like, hey, I'm so sorry, blah, blah, blah. This was supposed to happen, blah, blah, blah. Sorry, we didn't follow procedure, blah, blah, blah. And I was just like, oh, it's fine. And I hung up. And I was just like, I don't even, was it that hard to follow procedure? Like, you couldn't tell me, hey, today's gonna be your last day. Hey, here's your pink slip. Hey, make sure you come in to get your last checks these days. Like, it's not that hard. Just follow procedure. Oh my god. And don't start rumors at work. Like, geez, like, just, ugh. So yeah, that was kind of another rant, I guess you could call it that. Either story time or rant. Story time rant. Real talk story time rant. Yeah. Okay, I'll see you guys later. Bye.